In this video I'm going to show you an interesting way to paint the shell for your Akhelian Leviadon. Hello, this is Craig from Bitzbox.co.uk. So in this video I'm going to show you a way to paint the shell for your Akhelian Leviadon miniature for the Idoneth Deepkin. Has a bit of a mouthful. I'm using this image as my sort of reference, so we're going to try and replicate that sort of shell look on the Leviadon model. So I'll show you how I achieve that in this video. Just before I begin, if you are new here and you want to keep up to date with more videos like this, we have battle reports as well, conversion videos, etc. and much more. Just hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with all that, and you can hit that bell icon if you never want to miss a thing. We're sort of putting about 2 videos up a week now, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let's just get straight into this. So here we have the Akhelian Leviadon miniature. He's been undercoated with Chaos Black primer, although you can use any colour primer that you wish here. A lighter primer in hindsight could have been better really. We're going to start with some Warhammer flesh. So this is to paint all the lines in between all these little plates on the shell. Now I don't know a technical term for these, so I'm just going to call them plates or armour plates. And the Warhammer flesh does go over the black quite well. I do a couple of thin coats just to give it a nice smooth finish, as you do want this to be nice and smooth. And this is what it looks like after that. So of course we need to now neaten up these armour plates, and we're going to do that with some Abaddon black. And this step is actually, I found it to be the most time consuming step of the entire tutorial, even though we put a lot of detail onto the armour plates later on. This step did take a little while. Now when I first did this, you can see the black's just a little bit too thick there, so do thin it out when you do this step, and you want to cover the entirety of every single armour plate, just because the Chaos Black spray paint has a different finish to the Abaddon black paint, and that'll be really noticeable if you don't paint the entire armour plates. So with that done, the next step is to take some Rhinox hide, as you can see there. So I'm going to thin this out to an almost glaze consistency. You want these next few steps to be really thin with your paint. I say almost glaze because it's not quite a glaze, just a little bit thicker, but you can use a glaze consistency and just build it up however you wish. So I'm painting about 3/4 of each of these armour plates, as we do want to have some black just at one of the edges. So I'm going to go around every single one and do this. And you can see already that does give you quite a nice effect. And we're going to build this gradient up even more though, so we're going to take some Rhinox hide, and we're going to take some Doomball brown, and we're going to mix these 50-50, and again we're having this almost glaze consistency, so do make sure this previous layer is dry before you apply this one. And we're going to do a similar thing, but this time we're not going as far as we were before, maybe painting about half this time. And you see on that first armour plate I did, I've actually changed the direction of where I want the brown gradient to go. That's why I've gone up that way rather than across. So I've basically got all of these going in exactly the same sort of direction with the gradient, but it is entirely your own choice. And actually with the outer armour panels I've gone with a slightly different direction on them. So we're going to take some Doomball brown on its own this time. And I've got a smaller brush this time, and we're just going to do maybe about 1/4 of the armour plates now. And again, it's nice and thin. So whilst it looks quite stark as it goes on here, once it dries, that'll be a lot more subtle. And that's the effect that you want. And you can see that does give us a nice sort of black to brown gradient on each armour plate. So we're going to take some Agrax Earthshade this time, and this will help bring them colours together even more, and also add some nice depth to the Rakar Flesh recessed areas. You can see I'm just putting it on here. I'm not even picking the miniature up just for this bit, but of course I will when I paint other areas. I'm just doing this just easier to show on camera. But apply a nice smooth coat all over, and then once that's dry it'll look like this. So we can start adding on our patterns this time. So we'll get some Mournfang Brown. I'm going to start painting some lines. Now you want your paint to be nice and thin again here. This will make this step a lot easier. And I just paint a lot of random lines. So they're all random lengths, different widths apart. The more random you can make this, the better it will look. And you want to keep that sort of randomization for the next few steps. Now the outer armor plates on the shell, I'm not putting this pattern on. I'm just doing all the ones in the middle. So there is quite a lot of them, but it won't take as long as you think. So just carefully work away. Don't put much thought into this. Just really do it nice and random. And as you can see, this is the result that you get from that first pass. So next we're going to go back to our Doomball Brown. We're going to do the same thing, but this time I'm just sort of focusing more in the centre, and we're not doing as many lines on each armour plate. And again, the paint's nice and thin. And yeah, just really don't put much thought into it. Just really just go roughly where you want it to be, and you can just really just zip through this quite quickly, and that gives you a nice random effect as well. So lastly, for this bit, we're going to take some Balor Brown, and this time I would recommend actually thinning out just slightly more than the previous colours, because it's obviously a lot of a brighter colour than ones we previously used. And when I first put it on, it does look a little bit light, but of course it will dry a lot duller, and that will look quite nice against these. So these lines we're not doing many of, and I'm doing them from the other end, from where we did the Mournfang Brown, sort of working towards the middle again. But again, really not putting much thought into it. And this is the result that you get, and I'm quite happy with that. There's just one more little step to do, and that is to give it a gloss varnish. Now you can use any gloss varnish that you want. I just used Ad Coat because I tried to keep as many of the paints in these tutorials just using the Citadel line, because it's what most people have. So just put a nice thin, smooth coat of this on. Don't apply it too thickly. And that'll just give the shell just a nice little sheen. And here is the finished shell. I've also painted the flesh areas just to make it pop just a little bit more. And yeah, I'm really happy with the result on this. I hope that you like it too, and if you do like the result, then please do let me know in the comments. And if you have tried it yourself, then definitely let me know, and let me know how you got on and how you found painting it. Or even if you've just painted one yourself, I would love to know sort of what scheme you've gone with. I certainly would like to get another one and do a different scheme in the future. But yeah, it's a lovely model. I've enjoyed painting it. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me paint the shell in this tutorial, and I'll see you all again very soon. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. You can also click that bell icon to be notified when a new video has gone live on this channel. On the screen now are 2 more videos that you may wish to check out, and a link to our Patreon page also. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.